This video is sponsored and approved by Typhur. Y'all, we're making low-carb snacks in the air fryer. Come on. Welcome to Highfalutin Low Carb, the almost weekly web series where we find and test the best low-carb recipes this crazy internet has to offer. Today, we're tackling low-carb snacks in the air fryer. Stay tuned. All right, guys, one of the things I am most frequently asked for are easy, fast snack recipes or ideas. Something that you can do that doesn't require hours in the kitchen and tons of ingredients to recreate low-carb or keto versions of your favorite snacks. One of the second most requested things I'm asked for are air fryer recipes. You guys love those. So today we're combining both of those and creating two quick snack ideas. The first of those are for low-carb cinnamon rolls. Super easy, takes 6 minutes. The second of those are for fried pickles. Takes 5 minutes. These don't require recipes. This doesn't require a lot of arm work and leg work and brain work. We're just going to put together some things and air fry them. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you probably know I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with air fryers. Long before I started this channel 7 years ago, when this craze started, I bought an air fryer, had a big logo of a celebrity chef's name right on the front of it. It was going to solve all of my cooking problems, and after about 3 or 4 uses, I was not in love. The interior nonstick coating had flaked off. Every time I used it, the whole house kind of smelled like burning plastic, sort of had a weird, like somebody's burning milk jugs in the house. It was just not great. So it felt unsafe. I threw it away and never looked back. Fast forward a few years, technology had advanced. I had started this channel. You guys were requesting air fryer recipes, so I bought the unit that I have now. And that has certainly served me okay. I don't love it. It doesn't live on the counter. I live in a small apartment in the city, and so kitchen real estate counter space is at a premium. But I certainly use it. In fact, I used it to create air fryer recipes for my cookbook, Ketogenic Diet on a Budget. I'll leave a link to that up here if you don't have that already. So I do use it, and I have featured it a few times, but it's not something I really tend to use personally, for a number of reasons, mainly the size. It's always just a little bit too small to do whatever I kind of need to do with it, even for just 2 people. Fast forward again to recently, I was approached by Typhur to try this product called the Typhur Air Dome. And I had seen this now on some other YouTube channels, cooking channels much larger than mine. They had all spoken very highly of this thing. It looked very advanced, looked very cool. And so I was like, well, thank you, Typhur. Send it to me, let me check it out and see if I like it. And if I do, I'll present it to my audience. Clearly by the creation of this video, I did like it a lot. It solves one of my main problems. So this is the Typhur Dome, and look at this. I mean, look at my hand in here. This is large and in charge. Obviously all this is dishwasher safe. This sits down in there so you don't have to worry about the basket falling out while you're trying to get your food out. Not only does it air fry, bake, and roast up to 450 degrees, it also doubles as a dehydrator, which I'm super excited to try. So this is going to be a super fast video. So let me get straightened up and cleaned up here, and we'll get started on that first recipe. All right, so let's get started, and this is going to be our sweet recipe. This is the low-carb cinnamon rolls, and I first saw this, I believe, on TikTok from Carb Love. I think her name is Maya, but I've seen lots of people do it on different platforms. It's using a low-carb tortilla, and I don't think this is anything groundbreaking by any stretch of the imagination, but I want you to see how easy this is and how you don't even need a recipe. So you're going to take 2 large low-carb tortillas. Just use the one that you feel the most comfortable with. This is probably what some people would call dirty keto, or what some would just call lazy keto, or you might just call it low carb. A lot of those do have gluten in them, but you choose whatever product you like the best. I use the Carb Balance by Mission tortilla. And then this is a little bit of softened cream cheese. You're just using full fat cream cheese, and then spread this all the way to the edge on one of these. And again, your macro count is just going to be whatever products you are using in the volume that you are using them. So let's get this on here. Okay, Now, this is our first tortilla. To this, we're going to add in a little bit of sweetener, and this is going to be preferably a brown sweetener. This is the Locanto monk fruit golden sweetener. You're just sort of eyeballing it. Again, I'm trying to do something here that you don't need a recipe for this. This is, I mean, you're going to make one, and if you'll know after you make a few of them if it's the way you like it or not. To this, we're going to add in some cinnamon. And again, we're just going to eyeball it. Ouch. Don't tear your fingernail off. So sprinkle on some cinnamon. Again, this is not rocket science. We are not recreating a gourmet recipe here. This is a quick air fryer snack like we promised. But you do want a good cinnamon flavor. So pile that on. And now we're going to add a little top to this. A second tortilla on top to make it a double layer. So let me move this one out of the way. We're going to spread on a little more cream cheese onto a second tortilla. We're also going to make a glaze for this on the top with a little bit of additional cream cheese. So remember that when you're putting this on, you're going to be adding more cream cheese to the top. Now, make sure you can see all of this. This is going to go right on top of here. And then we're going to roll it up. I've seen multiple versions of this. I'm absolutely sure you can do this in the oven. Just won't be quite as fast. And now we're just going to cut this, and I'm going to put it on some parchment before we put it in the air fryer. And when I see them do it, they get about 6 out of it. Try not to let them unroll on me. Now, you try not to get your cream cheese everywhere like I just did. Had to rewind there just for 1 second because I forgot the most important part. So I put this on some parchment paper because we need to brush this in some melted butter. So all we did was roll it and slice it. Brush each slice with melted butter, saving a little bit more for the top. Then a little more cinnamon. And then this is going to go in the air fryer, and I'm going to put it on parchment so that we don't stick and the cream cheese doesn't roll down into the air fryer. So stack these. Now you can obviously do multiple batches of these or multiple rolls. Take a little bit of leftover melted butter and just brush the tops here again. I'll put just a little bit of the brown sugar substitute and also a dash more of cinnamon. And then this is going to go in the air fryer for 6 minutes at 400 degrees. And I'm going to make a quick little glaze while we're doing that. So in this goes, look, we have plenty of room we could make 30 of those things in here. This will go right in on air fry for 400 degrees for 6 minutes. And let's get started. Okay, so for our glaze, while this is working, we are going to, this is about 3 tablespoons of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to wait and add our sweetener. This goes in the microwave for just to get this melted, so I'll be right back. Okay, this does not take long. This is our butter and cream cheese. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons. I'm not going to use the brown sugar. I'm going to use a powdered monk fruit sweetener. I think it will be less granular. So this is just a powdered Locanto confectioners. We'll put in a couple tablespoons of that. See how easy this is? Again, this is, this probably isn't something you're going to be serving the queen for tea when she comes over. You know, this is a family quick, hey mom, let's make cinnamon rolls tonight. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. And just give this a good mix up. You may want to put this back in the microwave for just a few seconds. Make sure you're heating it on a low heat so it doesn't spatter and carry on too much. You can even add in a drop or 2 of vanilla into that if you wanted to. But that's our glaze. It's going to go right on top. All right, so we're just going to wait. We got 4 more minutes. I'll speed this up and we'll come back and we'll test these and try them. See you right back here. Okay, so it tells me we are done. And let's see what these look like. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, it didn't burn the paper, yay. Those look amazing. Okay, I'm going to take them out and transfer them to a plate real quick so that I can put some icing on them and, well, maybe I can just do this. I want to take a nice thumbnail photo of them first, though. It smells like a certain mall cinnamon roll store, if you know what I mean, around here. Let me take these off. I don't want to mess them up. They're so pretty. Okay, so I've got the pretty ones over here for the picture, and these are going to be the ones we try. These were the end pieces, and they're going to be tasted just as good. They're just not as pretty. And let's get a little drizzle on these. Oh my goodness. Yes. And that's going to melt a little bit too as the heat does its job. Those look amazing, but they are hot. They're 400 degrees hot. So I'm gonna let that cool for just a second, get a little cleaned up, and then we'll come back and taste these in just a bit. Okay, so these are cooled off a little bit, at least I think enough to eat. They are nice and tall, and it smells fantastic in here. The question is, what do they taste like? So I've cut one in half, and they are crispy a little bit, but kind of soft. They look gooey. They are gooey. I was kind of scared. Oh, they're hot. Oh no. Mm. Mm-hmm. Tastes like a cinnamon roll. Those are good. Am I going to confuse them with your grandmama's homemade cinnamon rolls that took her 2.5 hours to proof and make? No, I'm not. Are they better than most other keto cinnamon rolls that I've tried to make? Yeah, they are. And they took, what, 10 minutes? And 6 of that was standing here waiting on the air fryer. Oh, those are good. Tortilla cinnamon rolls? Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm. All right, guys, let's get started on the second quick recipe. This is the air-fried pickles, dill pickles. And I believe the first I saw of this was from Jean Choi. I think she's what great-grandma ate. You can find her on TikTok. I'll leave links there. But this is super duper easy. Again, nothing groundbreaking. But you're going to start with these dill pickles. I like the long slices like this that come, like they call them stackers, I think is some of the brands. And these need to be drained well. That's the important part. You need to get, they need to go through a couple of rounds of paper towels. Getting the moisture off of them is the most important part of this recipe. But once you've done that, you want to be kind of gentle with them because you don't want to break them apart. Part of the magic is the size of them. To this, we're going to add in a little bit of coconut flour. This is about a tablespoon of coconut flour. This just helps to help the egg stick and the batter in the panko. I also need to preheat the air fryer to 400. So I'm going to do that while we're talking, and you will actually see how quiet this thing is. So just toss this. That's about half of the coconut flour. Put the rest of this in. Coconut flour, as you know, is very absorbent, so this is going to help soak up a lot of that moisture and give us a really super crispy pickle. We're going to take some pork panko. This is just crushed pork rinds. If you don't want to spend the money on pork panko that are pre-ground, get a bag of $3 pork rinds and crush them up. To this, we're going to add in a little bit of paprika and garlic powder. This is about a half teaspoon of each, but just add whatever flavorings you and your family you think you're going to like. I would probably not add any salt. The pickles are salty, and the pork rinds are salty, so you don't really need to do a lot on the salt side of things. Now, also, we need an egg that we've beaten, and then we are just going to go from our pickles into the egg wash into our pork panko. Get out of the way. Let me get a plate so we can put these on. It's best to do this with something like this because you don't want to get a big batter finger going. Now I'm going to let you know while I've got you here, while we're doing this real quick, you can use the link down below to go to Typhur at any time, right, to get 10% off of the Typhur Dome. But for the next 2 days, if you're watching this right after this video came out, July 16th and 17th, 2024 is Amazon Prime days, and the Typhur Dome will be the lowest price it has ever been. And the discount code won't work during those 2 days because it's already at a fantastic deal. So if you catch this video while it's live, while just after it's gone live in the next day or so, July 16th and 17th, Amazon Prime days, you can get the Typhur Dome for a crazy wicked sale. Otherwise, any time of the year, and from now on, you can just use my code Highfalutin and use the link down below in the video description. It'll also be in the pinned comment below to get 10% off of the Typhur Dome at any time. So, all right, I'm going to speed this up and just finish this up for you so we can get this in the fryer and start tasting. Okay, so we're ready to put this in the air fryer. I'm just going to put this here, and then we're going to hit this with a little bit of avocado oil spray or whatever your favorite spray is, and then we're going to lay these down on this preheated pan. Okay, we're going to hit them with a little bit of avocado oil on the top to make sure they're extra crispy. This goes in for 10 minutes. Halfway through, we're going to flip them over and hit them again with a little more avocado oil spray. So 10 minutes total at 400 degrees. And we'll have some crispy, beautiful pickles. And we'll come back and test those. Meet you right back here in just a second. Okay, so we are back. And as you can see, these beautiful fried pickles are out of the, let me get this out of the way. Our beautiful fried pickles are out of the air fryer, and they look, well, let's see, hold on. Here's the real test. What do they sound like? Where's my microphone? Over here? Yeah, that's crunchy. Super fast, 10 minutes. How do they taste? They are held up well. Dip in a little bit of ranch. Mm-hmm. Oh, salty, super crispy, easy. All right, guys, so there you have it. Air fried cinnamon rolls, yeah. Air fried pickles, yeah. Did I find a air fryer that's going to be worthy of sitting on the counter all year round? Yeah, I surely did. Both of these recipes are a knockout, and I knew that they would be because they're notoriously great in an air fryer. So thank you for joining me for this video. Thank you again, Typhur, for sponsoring this video. If you want to check out the Typhur Dome, be sure to visit their website. It'll be in the link in the video description below. Also, you can use at any time my code Highfalutin. You'll get 10% off of your order. But right now, if you're watching this video live, July 16th or 17th of 2024, Amazon during Prime days will have the Typhur Air Dome for the lowest price it's ever been. So the code won't work during those days because the discount is already way fantastic. But any other time, please visit the link down below and use the code Highfalutin. I say this every time. These videos are a way for me to maintain my low carb way of eating, and looking in the end of that camera as often as I can helps keep me honest. So I appreciate that you guys have come along for the journey. Be sure to like this video, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the bell button below. It'll let you know just as soon as I release a new video. And I also need to thank my rock stars, my Patreon members. If you don't know what Patreon is, think of it as the tip jar for the internet. It lets people like you who enjoy what people like me do here on YouTube. You can give $1 or $2 a month just to keep the train on the tracks. You'll see their names starting to scroll over here. Again, without these people, none of this would be possible. They're truly my rock stars. If you want to see your name up here, visit me at patreon.com/Highfalutin low carb. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, today is a great day to have a great day.